There's whole swaths of people who lie on social media, and I'm not one of them. So today I'm going to talk about how to stop lying and be yourself. So before we get into it, tap that like button and subscribe if you so choose, if you're moved by this content. This is just to figure out, why do we lie and how can we stop so we can improve our self-esteem? Because you cannot be yourself if you keep lying to people how things go. So with that said, number one, stop. Before you do anything else, especially if you're going to tell a lie, think about what you're about to say to people. Ask them, is it going to enrich their life? Is it going to change anything? If you're just going to lie just to lie, you're not doing anything. I used to watch this show called Homicide Hunter with Joe Kenda, and he used to say people lie for one of two reasons. One, to get themselves out of trouble, and two, to get somebody else into trouble. Both of those deal with self-preservation. So if you are just lying outside of those reasons, like flexing, and you can't even, here, look at this, man. It's 2020, for God's sakes. People are cyber sleuths these days. You're gonna get aired out. Who are you gonna impress? Is it really that important? If you can really be that creative and coming up with these elaborate stories and scenarios, why don't you just write the next Lord of the Rings? Number two, think about it. What would your mom say? Grandmama, pappy, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, I don't know. Whoever you listen to when you're getting disciplined, what would they think about you lying and telling all these lies to people? What do you think that you're gonna accomplish from this stuff? Sometimes you're gonna get aired out in public spaces, i.e. the internet, and then someone's gonna screenshot it, and then you're gonna be put on blast onto a whole other set of people somewhere else on somebody's website, top 10 best of list, whatever. So I'll give you an example. People lie on Twitter all the time. They lie to ruin people's lives and credibility and those sort of things like that can easily be proven if you were to actually say, did you call the cops? Instead of saying stuff like, this person harassed me. Did you file a complaint with this person? No, I didn't. I was scared. Why? This person isn't even your boss, or they're not anybody. You took to Twitter to go tell on somebody, and then that person kills themselves, and then you wipe your hands clean of it. You just drove somebody to suicide and you lied about it, but you don't think you lied because people liked what you said. It's like people get to hide behind this veil of 140 characters, and so there's no real accountability for them. But this is why people go to that site. But all that is flexing, and people do it for the likes. And I just have to ask, is it really that important for you to be liked by random people on the internet than for you to tell the truth? Now, we're gonna get into some deep stuff here. So I'm just gonna say, before people start using Photoshop and filters, they already looked good. Look, here's the thing, ladies. Men like women. That's how things go. That's how it is. So you don't have to blur your face, and because that's not normal. A man's gonna wanna sleep with you regardless. Like, even if you had fake butt cheeks or you had no butt cheeks, trust me, there's somebody for everybody out there. Like I said in another video, you've got unrealistic expectations, and this is why you started looking to lie to people. You're fine. You don't need to be a Kim Kardashian body clone type girl, because that's what you think guys want, because I'm pretty sure guys really don't want that. Not the guys you want anyway. The guys that you want are probably not lurking on Instagram, and if they are, then that's probably not a guy you should be doing any kind of dealings with. And then, for the love of God, just take yourself to the gym. You don't have to lie about what you look like, boo. You're only setting yourself up for failure, because you're not gonna get that fit and that good looking in like a day or two. Those Tinder matches, they're based off lies. Just tell the truth and you'll be happier. Number three, you're going to get caught. And God said it himself by proxy of Jesus. He said, whatever you do in the dark is going to come out in the light. How many movies, stories, or books has the main bad dude got himself into trouble because he was lying? What? That was the whole premise of Death Note. The Shinigami had to take his life because he was an expert liar. But what I'm saying is, when you tell one lie, you gotta tell another lie. Then you gotta tell a lie to cover that lie up. Before you know it, you're going to keep lying so much you don't even know what the truth is anymore. There's so many people that have been lying for so long that they don't even know what the real truth is anymore. Just tell the truth in the beginning, own that truth, and then stand by it. What are you really gonna get out of telling a lie?
Fame, fortune, riches, success.
But you're gonna be a morally poor person, and you're gonna be just like Judas. You're gonna buy yourself a plot of land and then you're gonna jump off a cliff. You'll just be dead. Look, I'll give you a little quick anecdote. So my wife knows a lady whose husband is probably somewhere in my unit. I don't know, but he told her that he was gonna go to lunch and he wouldn't obviously be able to come home. The wife thinks, oh, okay, well, you know, my husband's probably gonna grab some lunch with his soldiers, and then, you know, that'll be that. She catches this guy at home, yikes, in the bed with another man, double yikes. Look, if you're gay, just be gay. Just accept it. You don't have to lie about it. This is 2020. This is the most acceptable time to be gay. If you're straight, be straight. You don't have to tell people you're bisexual just to fit in, because that's stupid. If you're fat, be fat. If you like fat women, say you like fat women. If you like skinny women, you like skinny women. If you like men that are fat, then be with a fat dude. Don't let other people's judgments or whatever sway yours to where you're lying about who you are and what you do and all that stuff. Be fairly open and honest with people. Just tell them, look, man, I'm in debt. I got $300,000 worth of debt. I'm working on it. I'm an imperfect person. If that person chooses you, they will choose you. If they don't get mad, because you came with baggage, and some people don't like it. That's the way of life. Here's a question for you. If you knew that you didn't have to impress people, would you lie or would you tell the truth? In order to stop lying, you honestly need to stop caring about your social status. I'm not talking about stop brushing your teeth or, you know, combing your hair, taking showers or anything. No, I mean, just stop caring about the superlatives that don't mean anything. Do you remember superlatives when you were in high school? You know, most quietest guy in the class. Guy voted to rob the bank the fastest. So a superlative means nothing. And people end up taking those things way too seriously, which is why they lie about it. So I'll give you an example of why superlatives mean nothing. I met my wife on Christian Mingle, and a lot of women on there, they were like, don't even talk to me if you're not 6 foot. And I'm like, well, a guy can't even help how tall he is. That's a completely arbitrary genetic fact. And my wife had one on there, but you know what? I was like, you know, I'm tired of these women saying 6 foot guys. So me being a 5'7" guy, I sent my shot her way anyway. And now look at us, 7 years later, married. I don't know if those other people on there are happy with who they have, because they've got some ridiculous expectations, but I'm pretty happy with my decision. Well, she got a great guy with a great personality and a fairly good looking face. What I got was a female best friend and somebody who can challenge my personal biases, and she occasionally makes me food. Okay, so if more people start thinking about not thirst trapping, and if more people could think about not falling for those thirst traps and stuff, when they see a girl, they see a picture, they just see a booty, you know, and they comment and all that stuff. If they just started not falling for that, then guess what it does? It lowers the market value for those things, which means that women will say, hey, this isn't working. I'm not attracting guys by doing these arbitrary things to myself, adding all these superlatives to my body, or guys will do it too. But unfortunately, Instagram is more of a women's media. It's kind of done. Women do it to shame other women, and men do it just to literally get girls. But if you ignore those things, if men were to ignore the thirst traps, then what would happen is that people wouldn't be able to be influencers anymore, because they wouldn't get paid to look this way, which means their looks won't work for them, which means they have to try harder to do something else. That's why there's a lot of people who don't know how to cook, or they don't know how to manage money, because they never had to, because there was always somebody willing to pay for them or to do anything because that person looked good. But looks in 2020, they're not gonna help you as much. You need to come with a total package. People are just waking up to the fact that their wives can't cook, or their husband can't do anything. He can't use a gun, so he can't defend the family at all. He's just gonna be waiting in the bathroom scared. What I'm saying is, people want things out of their partners, and you need to be able to provide a different service besides looking good, because that's not gonna cut it in this new world after the pandemic is all over. They're gonna be like, I need somebody who looks good, who compliments me, who can help me make money, who can raise my children. Don't lie to them either. That is the video. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you liked it. If not, peace out.